guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. Make sure you hit that notifications bell, that way you can be notified every time I upload a video. And please give this video a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. Thank you so much. Okay, so today I'm going to be talking about, I've gotten a couple questions about what types of brushes I use when I do my makeup. So today I'm going to be talking about my brush collection, and then I did a small haul with Sigma. I'm very excited to share those brushes with you as well. This video is, I've collected these brushes. It's taken me time to collect some of these brushes. I have higher end, more expensive brushes, and then I have brushes that I guess they're not technically lower end because they're still really good brushes, and I would definitely recommend them. They're just not as expensive. This is definitely in no way to try to make anyone feel bad about their collection. I personally don't think it's a whole lot of brushes. Some of you guys might. I have a whole list of brushes that I write down when I see a brush or hear someone talking about a brush, and what I do is slowly check them off my list. So I'm going to talk about each of these brushes. First, we're going to start with my Sigma brushes that I received in the mail. So they just came in a black box when you open the box up, and I kind of have opened these, but I haven't actually opened the brushes. It comes in a box that says Sigma. It has a bunch of tissue paper, and then the product was down at the bottom. So, and this is what the brushes look like. It is the Most Wanted Brush Set, 5 Favorite Face and Eye Brushes. Now, I did sign up for Sigma's text alerts, and I got a text alert, and this is part of the reason I bought them. I've been wanting to buy Sigma brushes for a really long time. And there's definitely, I have a wish list of a whole bunch more that I want to start collecting by Sigma. They're really good brushes. I have used them before in the past, so I do highly recommend the brand. But the text alert was like 35% off text VIP, where I'd signed up for that, and so I did get these brushes for 35% off. So it was at a steep discount. So happy about. I'm going to keep looking for more discounts that Sigma does like that. The highest I think maybe I've ever seen them do is 20-25%, so I don't know how often they do the 35%, but definitely I guess in the months coming up, I'd say they're going to have some crazy sales with holiday season, so I'm going to be looking to see what they're going to be doing then. But so these are face brushes and some eye brushes, and it is I'll go through them. I'll open them up and go through them with you. These are really great brushes. I actually would recommend this set. I haven't used them yet. I have used these brushes though before in the past, and I know they're really good. So the first brush is the Sigma brush, and it is the F80 flat kabuki brush. Basically, it's a foundation brush. It's got a flat top, and this is what you would use to blend in your foundation. So came with that. The next one is an F35 tapered highlighting brush. So as it says, it is a highlighting brush. You use it to kind of highlight your cheekbones and everything. You could also use it to sweep away any under eye fallout that you might have with eyeshadow, or clean up any, if you baked underneath your eyes, you can clean it up with that as well. It can be used. The next 3 brushes that I got were these are all eye brushes. And so it's the E40 taper blending brush. It's a fluffy blending brush is what it is. About dropped my thing that I was reading off to you. Way to go, Molly. Okay, the next one is the E25 blending brush. And so this is a natural hair brush actually, and then it's just really good to blend with. And then the next one is the E30 pencil brush. This is really good for corners of the eyes and things like that. So that's what that collection came with. I also got a sample, I believe, of their brush cleanser, which I'm really excited about. I actually would like to purchase their brush cleanser maybe and use that. So those were my Sigma brushes. I'm excited about that. I will definitely be using these in some upcoming videos. Excited about these brushes so much. The next brushes I have to show you, and yes guys, my brushes are dirty. I just did this whole face makeup look before I filmed this video, so a lot of my brushes are dirty. I do usually clean my brushes every Sunday. at nighttime, that way before I go to bed, or a little, not at night, I usually do it a little bit earlier, that way they can dry. So I clean those on Sunday and let them dry throughout the night. Usually clean them about once a week. At one time I wasn't so good about that, but since starting YouTube and using my brush collection more often, I have to clean them every week. You should really clean your brushes every week. If you're not doing that, just a gentle cleanser, like the Sigma has one. Dove, I use a Dove unscented gentle cleanser. Really good with just like a little silicone brush pad that you kind of swirl it in with water. Make sure not to get the this part wet, just the bristles. You don't want to get the rest of this wet because it can damage the brushes. But the next set I'm going to show you are my Smith Cosmetic brushes. Now, Smith Cosmetic never has sales, so I did have to save up for these. I've been wanting these brushes for a long time. I think it took me a year to actually save up and get them. They are expensive brushes. They are like $27 to $30 a piece, but oh my gosh, these are the bomb. These are the, oh, they're just amazing. There's definitely more brushes from Sigma, not Sigma. Yes, from Sigma that I want to get, but from Smith Cosmetics that I want to get as well. These are just, they're amazing. Highly recommend them if you can save up for them. But the next one, the first one I'm going to show you is the Smith 232. That's a blending brush. And I would compare that to the E40 tapered blending brush from Sigma. These are very similar. This just happens to have more of a pointed shape at the top versus this one's more rounded. But these would be very close to each other. And honestly, like I said, this is $27 to $30. I think individually Sigma brushes run $18 to $20, I want to say. So a little bit of a price difference, not much though. And then my next one would be the Smith 247. It's a little bit more rounder, a little bit smaller, fluffy brush. And I would compare this, if I had to compare it, to the E25 blending brush from Sigma. They almost look identical, but not quite. But that would be close to it. But this is a really great brush. I love it. Like I said, I love my Smith Cosmetic brushes. The next one is the E30. Right now I don't have one to, I mean, maybe the closest one would be the pencil brush from Sigma, the E30, but I actually think there's another one that I had from Sigma that I don't have that would be more comparable to the Smith 230. But this one's the Smith 230. It's a longer, skinnier, fluffy brush. It's really good for the crease. They're all really good for the crease. They're all really good to blend with. And then this is the 235. It's pointed, more pointed. I actually have an e.l.f. brush that reminds me of this one. And I'll go ahead and show it to you right now. That way I don't forget. Where is it? It is the e.l.f. blending brush is what it's called. They both have that pointed end at the top. So that would be comparable to this Smith Cosmetics brush. I love those brushes though. Like I said, took me a while to collect to get the money, save up, and plus they are, a lot of times they go out of stock very easily online. And so at one time they were all out of stock, and then one would come back and then would go back out of stock. Finally they all came back. I'd saved my money. I got those babies. So I love them to death. And my next brush I'm going to show you is a Morphe 433 M433. I love this brush. This is the only Morphe brush that I have, I think. Yeah, it's the only one I have. Morphe does have some other brushes that I want to try. They actually do have really good brushes. I know there's controversy sometimes with Morphe, but they have some good brushes. And so I love this one. And there's really some other ones that I would like to try. So they're on my list, like I said, eventually. Hopefully I can get to buying those when I can. My next brush set is these are Luxie brushes. They came in a boxy charm. This one's a face one. Foundation brush. This one, they say it is the precise crease brush. I don't really use it for a crease brush. I use it for like topping, like with a glitter topper or for concealer, something like that. And then this one is the large blending brush. I don't really use this one to blend with, except maybe concealer or to wipe away any under eye mess. That's what I would use these for. My next brushes, and I really would recommend this collection. It's a more inexpensive collection. It came in a bundle, especially if you're starting out and don't know what brushes to get, or you can't afford more expensive brushes. I would highly recommend this. These are the bhcosmetics brushes. I will link down below what set they are, but this is my favorite set that they have. And so I just use them for different reasons. Like the number one brush I usually use after, because I bake this part of my face sometimes, to clean up any contour, and I'll use it to rub that away, or you can use it for powder. Really good brush. I love this brush set, and it's inexpensive. I think they're like maybe $30 listed online, but bhcosmetics always has a sale. I think I got them for under $15 when I bought them at the time. Then number 3 brush that actually can be used, it's a flat brush. It can be used to blend out foundation. I've used it before for that reason. I love this one. I find myself using this one a lot. It's number 4, and I actually do use it to take setting powder and set my eyes underneath all the time. This is what I use this one for, so this is one of my top brushes. Then there's the number 2 brush. Sometimes I use it for powder, sometimes I use it for blush, but I will say I don't find myself reaching for it too much, but I do use it some. The next one, this is another amazing Holy Grail brush. It's number 11. It's in the bhcosmetics set. This is what I use for my gel eyeliner, my e.l.f. gel eyeliner. I love this brush. It's angled, and that's what I use, and I absolutely love it for that. And then it comes with some other brushes like, well, here's another Holy Grail one I use from this line too. It is the bhcosmetics number 9. It's number 9. It's slightly angled right here. I use this for my contour my nose with. It's amazing, so that's my favorite brush to contour my nose with. And then the next brushes, they have some really good blending brushes. I mean, this is a great set right here. This is the pencil brush. Actually, this would be very comparable. It looks almost identical to this Sigma E30 brush. It's slightly smaller though. So those are both very comparable. I mean, look at them. They almost look identical. Don't know if you can see that. This one's just slightly smaller. So there's that. And then look, this is a huge fluffy brush that could be compared to the Smith 232 or the Sigma E40. I love using this brush. I use it all the time. And then the Smith number 6 brush. This is a smaller fluffy crease blending brush. So love that brush. I actually love all these brushes. And then there's a couple other ones. They have like one you can use for concealer, or to pack on concealer, to pack on like glitter eyeshadow, anything like that. And it comes with a couple other brushes, so I really highly recommend that set as an inexpensive set to buy. It doesn't have everything in it, but it pretty much has almost everything though. So definitely that one's an inexpensive one that I would completely recommend. Love them. The next set, these two, this isn't a set, I bought these separately. They're just the e.l.f. smudge brushes. So I use these to smudge out anything underneath my eyes sometimes, or to do a smudge. If I want to do like an eyeliner smudge or a wing smudge, I'll use it to smudge that out. That's what I use that for. And then, guys, I'm out of breath again, because I just don't breathe when I talk, apparently, because I'm just trying to talk. I need to breathe and talk. Okay, I'm going to have to work on that. The next set is my e.l.f. set. I got these at Ulta. I do believe they run $50. I will link it down below. However, when I got them for $30. So I did not pay full price. I would have not paid $50 for this set. But it does have some really great brushes in it. So like this brush is the contouring brush, and that's exactly what I use it for. It is amazing to contour. Gets right in those cheekbones. So it's amazing. That's what I use it for. The next one is the e.l.f. Flawless Face Brush, and I use this to bronze with. It's my favorite bronzing one right now, as you can tell. It's a little loose because I've used it so much. And then another one that I really like is the highlighting brush that it came with. I use it for blush, honestly, sometimes, and it did also come with a blush brush that I use as well. It did like get smushed, sadly enough, and I have no clue how that happened. That's another thing you want to watch out for, storing your brushes, because I don't know how this happened. It was in a bag of mine and I can't get it to retain its shape back, so that's something you want to be careful with your brushes, because you don't want that to happen. Kind of makes me sad because I have a harder time using it because of that. It came with some really other great brushes, like a concealer brush. You use it for concealer, you use it for on your eyes or to pat down the glittered eyeshadow. And it came with this one, which I compared to one of the Smith cosmetic brushes. It is a blending brush. That one's really great. I use that one a lot. A smaller pencil brush. This one's really small. And a couple other brushes. The ones I pointed out are probably the ones that I use the most out of those. My next set is the Real Techniques. I believe this set runs for $20. I got it for $13, waited for it to be on sale, like I do always. I use this brush. It's a blush brush. I use it for bronzing. Don't really use it for blushing, but I do use it for bronzing. It's great for that. This one is the setting brush, and I use it for highlight. It's really good for that. This one is the Expert Face Brush, and I use this one to contour with. It's another one. It's kind of rounded, but it's fairly flat, and it's really good to get in those cheekbones and contour with. And then this one is the Deluxe Crease Brush. I use it maybe to wipe away any remainder stuff or as a highlighter brush. I don't find myself reaching for this one as much, but it is a good brush. It just depends. So that, no, wait. I do have a couple other brushes, and these are really old brushes. They're beaten up, and it's what I use to put into my purse. I have like a little makeup, just teeny tiny makeup bag that these fit in. They are smaller. They are by Bare Minerals. I think it's a really old set. They probably don't have them anymore. I wasn't even going to mention them, but I do keep them in my bag sometimes because I work 8-hour days, and sometimes I go to work and put eyeshadow on right before I get into work. And that's what I use these for. They just keep them in my little bag. So that is my brush collection. Like I said, I've got a whole list of brushes. I have a list of makeup that I want to get and purchase eventually, and it's just something that I slowly mark off as I get and as I try, and if I like the products, you guys are going to see me using them. That's how I remember to purchase everything, because I can't always run out and get what I want when I want to get it. So I make a list of my brushes and my makeup and check them off. I don't know if I have that list. I actually think I do. I can show you. Yeah, you can see my list right here, and there's little check marks by it because I've bought the brushes, and then some of them there's not check marks by because I haven't gotten to buy the brushes yet. But that's how I do it, and hopefully I will eventually get to do another one of these, and you can see my collection grow eventually. If you guys have any questions on how to use these, or what would be a suggestion that I would suggest for you of a brush collection, I do usually buy brushes in like a bulk collection a lot of times, except for the Smith ones. Those I had to buy individually. But the rest of them I usually do. Sometimes I'll see one here and there that I might want to get. But yeah, that's all I have for today, guys. If you, like I said, if you have any questions, leave them down in the comments about the brushes, what I might suggest for you, or anything like that. And thank you so much for watching. And guys, don't forget to subscribe, hit that notifications bell. That way you can be notified every time I upload. Please give this video a thumbs up. I appreciate you guys so much for watching. Thank you, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.